Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Ashley and this is The Rural Companion. In today's video, I'm going to bring you along as I make 5 different breakfast ideas for my family. Most of what we eat is gluten-free, sugar-free. Not always. It's kind of like the 80-20 rule. We do what works best most days of the week, and then we enjoy a little bit of splurges here and there. For this first recipe, begin by dicing sweet potatoes. I typically use 1 per person. Add the sweet potatoes, bacon, and chopped onion into a cast iron skillet over medium-high heat. Cook this for about 10 minutes or so until the sweet potatoes start cooking. Continue to stir often and then add a very large handful of spinach or kale. Either green works great in this recipe. Once your spinach cooks down, add eggs. Again, I typically add 1 egg per person because this scramble is so filling. You only need roughly that. Of course, you can change it because it is such a flexible meal. You can use carrots instead of sweet potatoes. You could skip the onion or the greens, which my kids would prefer for me to do. Once it's done, you are going to season and serve. For this next recipe, we're going to start by making some really simple and delicious granola. Now, over the years, I've tried all sorts of granola recipes, but this seems to be the easiest. 2 cups of oats, half a cup of sliced almonds, a teaspoon or 2 of cinnamon, and about a half a cup of honey. Stir it all together and bake it in the oven for about 15 minutes or so until it is crispy. Now, my other fabulous trick is that I actually air fry the granola, as my oven does have an air fry feature. I'm not actually sure if this changes it much because I'm obviously not putting oil or a fat in my granola, but it does seem to crispy up the granola very well without making it super hard. Once the granola has cooled, we will layer our parfait. Start with some berries. These were frozen and defrosted. A layer of yogurt. This is homemade, so it is a little thinner. To me, that works out well, but you might want to try a Greek yogurt or your favorite yogurt variety. And then a layer of granola, and repeat for as many times as you would like. The remainder of the granola, once fully cooled, can be placed into a mason jar and stored in a cool and dry location for about a week or so. We typically go through it faster than it can go bad. For this third recipe, I am starting with a loaf of chocolate chip pumpkin sourdough bread that I made earlier in the week. I was testing out a recipe and it just wasn't quite right, so I figured I needed to reuse it in a different way so that it wouldn't go to waste. I started by whisking 2 eggs and some milk together in a bowl. Then I added some pumpkin pie spice and dipped each of the pieces of bread into the egg mixture before frying in a pan. Meal number 4, and if you haven't noticed, we do a lot of similar ingredient meals. This one is a fruit and yogurt smoothie, so taking from that fruit and granola yogurt parfait, we are using the frozen mixed berries, some frozen bananas that I chopped and popped into the freezer, as well as the homemade yogurt, and of course a nice handful of spinach to make a rich and hearty smoothie. For this final recipe, you're going to start by making a pot of oatmeal and set that off to the side in a skillet. Fry up whatever breakfast meat that you prefer. In this case, I have some sausage patties, and then I'm also going to fry up some eggs. To serve, layer the savory oatmeal by putting oatmeal in your bowl, top with some cheese, the sausage, an egg, and my favorite, hot sauce or pickled jalapenos. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I gave you some great ideas, and if you have a favorite breakfast recipe idea, be sure to leave that in the comments below so that we can hear what your favorite idea is and give it a try.